Music stars don't always fit into the world of video games. David Bowie, Gwen Stefani, Rob Zombie, and even Aerosmith all had a stab at the electronic entertainment world in one way or another. But it's Michael Jackson who's been the only one to achieve any sort of success. Released in 1990 to coincide with a movie of the same name, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was one of the Mega Drive's early platformers, where you controlled the king of pop around several maze-like levels, looking for little girls behind doors and windows. I'm being serious here. And then after having bubbles glued to your shoulder by a shooting star, you battle some minions who just love to dance. All of their enemies love to strut their funky stuff. Even the dogs get down. The most noticeable thing about the game was the inclusion of several of Michael's classic tracks, from Billie Jean to Bad. While they're pretty rough renditions of the classics, they're still great to bop to while playing. Towards the end of the game, Jacko even turns into a giant Mecha Jackson, shooting lasers out of his eyes and stuff, climaxing into one final space battle with the evil Joe Pesci himself. Sega also released a 3-player arcade version of the game, which they differed from the home versions by making it an isometric scrolling shoot-'em-up. But don't worry, dance fans, Mikey Boy still gets the boogie to finish off those baddies. Unfortunately, the arcade version never got the same amount of coverage the consoles received, which is a shame, as it was a pretty original game for its time. But a big secret that Sega's been hiding for years is that Michael Jackson was initially involved in creating the music for Sonic 3. But due to certain setbacks at the time, Michael was never used, though some firmly believe that it remains. This wasn't Michael's final appearance in video games either. He later appeared in Space Channel 5 Part 2 for the Sega Dreamcast, and later on the boxing game Ready to Rumble Round 2. So if you ever wanted to give old Jacko a good seeing to, here's your chance. Although it's little more than a clone of Elevator Action, I mean, come on, admit it. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was a success story for its time, and considering that it was a movie license as well, was a pretty decent game. So let's give a in celebration.